Hi, everyone. Welcome to the live stream tonight. My name is Joanne Lysiak, and I am a mindset and life transformation coach at Empower Coaching Network, focusing on your body, your mind, and your spirit. So today what I'm going to talk about is more mindset. I'm going to talk about a mindset piece that, and I'll give you a solution as well. So hopefully this will give you some insight as to why you do certain things, what you can do to eliminate them, and then go forward and change it, because that's what it's really all about, is have the self-awareness of what's going on, what caused it, what did you do to cause it, and then what you can do to change it. So welcome tonight. And if you would put your name in and where you're from, that would be great. And also if you're here on the replay, if you would put in your name, where you're from, and then just write in replay as well, because I'd like to really know who's here, who comes in, where you're from, and also have any comments. Feel free to put comments in or questions even, because I do go back to the newsfeed and I do check and do respond usually like a week or two after even the live stream. So again, welcome in being here tonight. So let's talk about, like, you've got a goal, you've got a plan, you've got desires, you've got a dream, and you're doing something to go forward and achieve it. And all of a sudden, it doesn't go according to plan, and you decide to abort the plan or the goal, or a distraction comes up and that takes you off your path, or you just get disappointed because it's not turning out the way you wanted to. Something isn't working out, and then you give up on it as well. Is that happening to you? Do you have situations like that in your life? And if so, if you could comment as to what it is, and I can see if I can help you. So hi, Oneida, how are you? Good to see you here. Good to have you here tonight. And also the same thing for you. If you have something that you, in a particular area, maybe it's in, business, or maybe it's in wellness, or maybe it's in spirituality or relationships, where you get sidetracked and you get off track and you kind of focus in on something else and you totally forget your plans and abort your plans. So we're going to talk about that tonight and what you can do about it. And I have actually something that happened to me this week, which kind of brought the attention to it, because I was this close to giving up on it. And it's not a big dream. It wasn't a big goal, but it is, because every summer, this is what I do. I've been doing this for 5 years now, because you know how at the end of summer, maybe you say this, or a lot of people say this, geez, the summer went by so fast and I didn't do things I wanted to do. I didn't get a chance to do this, and I didn't get a chance to go here or do this or do that. Well, that happened to me. It happened to me a couple of years in a row. And I thought, okay, I feel like I just want to plan my summer. So for the last 5 years, I've been planning out my summer to do things that I want to do. So there was something that I wanted to do this week on Monday, and it was in the city. Well, I live in the city, but it was in like the downtown area. So I had to take a bus to get there. So I pulled out the bus schedule online. I found out the bus schedule. There were 2 buses that I could take. I went to the bus stop, and as I went out there, the weather turned. It went from 95 and sunny to like 75, 78 and totally overcast. So I went back in my condo, grabbed my umbrella, grabbed a sweater, and then went to the bus stop. So in the time by the time the bus came at the bus stop, this was 50 minutes after I got there, not 50 minutes after I got there. There were 4 buses that were supposed to arrive, and none of them showed except this final bus. So I'm sitting there and I'm checking my phone and I'm checking the schedule and seeing where the trains or the bus is. There were not any on the schedule. There was no information. I sent my text in, nothing came back. So consequently, I had no clue what was going on with the buses. So I'm sitting there going, okay, this event was a live concert that I wanted to go to, was starting in like 15 minutes. And I've been sitting there for already over 30 minutes. So I'm thinking, you know what, if this bus doesn't come in 5 minutes, I'm just going to go. And it was like, I really, really, really wanted to do this. But I just thought, it's not working out. Now, does this ever happen to you, where when something doesn't work out, you give up because it's not perfect? It doesn't work out exactly like you had intended. And so you think that's a sign that it's not meant to be. Does that happen to you? Do you ever think that? Because that could be true, but it could also be a pattern or a program or a belief that you have that's a false belief that's stopping you. So when you're aborting your dreams, your plans, your goals, there's distractions. See, there's patterns that you're doing. There are beliefs that you have that are popping up that causes you to get off your path. So as I'm sitting there waiting for the bus, I thought, you know what? I'm going to miss the beginning for like at least a half an hour. I don't know if it's worth it. I should probably just go home. It's going to rain, yada, 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 all this stuff, wah, wah, wah. And I almost left. And I thought, oh, no way. I want to go to this. I planned on going. I intended to go. I'm going. Because a couple of years ago, the same thing happened with a rainy event. And it was a beautiful day that turned rainy. And I thought, well, I shouldn't go because it's raining. And I thought, no, go. It was the best time ever. Totally the best time. So I thought, no, remember what happened? That was a success. I'm going. So I hopped on the bus. And as I got to the stop where I'm supposed to get off at, torrential rain, and it's like I've got a sundress on and sandals, and I'm walking in the torrential rain to get there. And then again, the thing goes up, maybe just grab something to eat and then go home. And I was like, nope, I'm still going. So I grabbed something to eat and I went there to this outdoor auditorium. I found the perfect seat under the awning so that I wasn't getting wet. The guy that I wanted to see was Jose James, amazing jazz artist doing Bill Withers. It was the best night ever. And here's what he said. He said, you guys sitting here must love music to be here, to go through the rain, to come here, because this was a huge auditorium. Plus it had an outdoor park. And of course, nobody was there because it was raining. It was, not nobody, but it was just a small crowd. And he said, you guys here must really, really, really love music. And my head said to me, no, people here are committed to their plans. They stick with it and they stay on track with what they really want. So it's just a fun example in a personal experience, but it's reality because this can happen to us in business. It could happen to us in our career where we get sidetracked and we think it's not working out exactly as planned. It's not perfect. We wait for the perfection. And if it's not perfect, we get discouraged. We get saddened by it. We, just say it's not worth it. I probably should just give up and do something different or try something different. And then we do this regularly and it becomes a pattern and we always give up. So check in with yourself. And do you have a pattern where you give up on your dreams? You give up on your plans. You give up on your goals. Do you have a belief that if it doesn't work out perfectly right the first time, it's because of you. You're not a success. You're not meant to do this. You don't have the right skills. That is a false belief that's preventing you from going forward. Do you have these feelings that come up that trigger you when things don't work out perfectly and you feel like a failure? You feel like you messed up. You feel like you're not worthy. These are these false beliefs, these emotional triggers, these programs and patterns that are running the show. And when you get stressed out, they get triggered and they run the show. And so that's when you give up on things. That's when you change your plans and figure it's not meant to be. It's just not perfect. And I've got to have it perfect. So are you a perfectionist? Are you waiting for the perfect moment before you take action on a goal? Are you giving up because it's just not perfect? It's not the perfect person, the perfect weather, the perfect situation. So check in with that because that is what's stopping you from moving forward. So self-awareness is the most important thing. As a coach, I'm always working with my clients to have the self-awareness because, I don't tell them what to do. They have to figure it out themselves and I ask questions. So I'm posing questions to them to help them figure things out and have the awareness. And when you have the awareness, how that light bulb moment in your head, who has had light bulb moments where it's like ding, 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 I got it. And then you really learned something. You really had the discovery that shifted your energy to move forward, to change a pattern, to change a habit, to change a belief system. That's the way it works. It's this awareness that you must have initially to have that aha moment, and then you can do something about it. But you've got to really have the persistence and the will as well. One of my favorite books is Think and Grow Rich. And Napoleon Hill talks about that. He talks about persistence. He talks about willpower, that you've got to have willpower. So if things don't work out for you the way you thought it would work out, then just kick in with your persistence and your willpower. Like, well, you know what? Let me do this. Let me go here. Let me talk to this person. Let me make some tweaks. Or let me just go forward with it as it is, as imperfect as it is. Because it really doesn't matter. If you've got the right attitude, it'll work out. Perfectionism is paralysis, actually. It causes paralysis. So, ditch the perfectionism. I can say that because I am an ex-perfectionist who still has moments of perfectionism that stops me, and I have to check in because it's like, I have to, I'm an artist as well, so I have to make the perfect piece. I have, it was like so obsessive, and it was like, oh my gosh, I'm spinning my wheels. So give up on that kind of stuff. You want to be happy, go for your dreams. Don't let anything stop you. If you've got a dream out there, put in the comments section, yes, and go after it. Just stay focused on your dreams. So when things don't go well or as planned, think of the end. Think of the end in mind. What's your end result that you're really excited about? Because does it really matter? I'm going to pose this question because I got this question to me, which made me think, and that's why I kind of changed my thinking years ago. Does it really matter how it works out, or is it just mattering to you that it works out? Because the universe can make the decisions and the how, and then you're going to get it in a different way, an easier way, a better way, a faster way, a more fun way. So you got to let the universe take over and handle the how. So let go of the reins and give the how to the universe. So it doesn't really matter. It didn't matter for me that it was a rainy night. Did it really matter? Okay, my hair fuzzed up like it did today because it's raining. But does it really matter? No. I'm walking in the rain. Does it matter? No. What mattered was I went to a concert that I had planned on going to in the last month. And I was so excited to go. I wasn't going to give up on that and stay at home because of a little rain, because the bus was late. What the heck? This is your life. Go for it. So I hope that helps you. And if you have any questions, feel free to put the questions in, because I'd love to go back and help you and answer some questions for you. And thanks for being here. Thanks for being here live. Thanks for being here on the replay. I really appreciate that. So stay focused on your dreams. Be persistent. Use your willpower, because you've got intense willpower in you to make it happen, and give up on the how. Give up on the how. All it matters is the end result of achieving that dream, that goal, and achieving your plan, right? Having the plan turn out as check, it happened. That's the important thing. So anyway, thanks for being here, and have a great night. And I will see you on my next live stream. Thanks for being here, everybody. Bye.